The start of 2025 has been absolutely nuts. But I have some good news because this month is really a month that we can capitalize on catching our breath before we get thrown into the fire of this upcoming retrograde and eclipse season in the month of March. February is a time to clean house, to get ahead, and to get organized while we have this precious energy. My hopes with this video is to get you prepared for this blink of an eye, really quick energy so that you can feel prepared to move forward with the collective as we make the most out of these next few months, which, to be honest, can feel a little bit intense. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Courtney and this is my monthly Cosmic Energy Download series. I am so happy to have you here. Today's video, I'll be highlighting some energetic themes of the month, go over some astrology, some celestial moments I really want to chat about, talk about some crystals that pair well with this energy, and really give you some fun life updates at the end of this. So stick around to hear that. Alrighty guys, so for the flow of today's video, I'm going to be going over those celestial moments first. We're going to be talking about Jupiter going direct, the full moon in Leo, Pisces season, Mars going direct, finally, and last but not least, the new moon in Pisces. Our first celestial moment is happening on February 4th, and that is Jupiter going direct in Gemini. So this is a really important reminder for all the Geminis out there. Jupiter has been in retrograde for a few months now, and now that it is going direct, we will start to feel a little bit more luck and just kind of like a swift energy of benevolence with our creative endeavors, our career endeavors, just really like your social settings and social connection while Jupiter is in Gemini for another 5 more months. In June, Jupiter will be transitioning from Gemini to Cancer. So Cancers, if you are listening, you will be having 12 months of Jupiter in your sign, which is a very lucky time. It's a very benevolent time. So I would say make the most out of these next 5 months, Geminis, to do things that you want to get done. Keep in mind that we do have some retrograde energy and some eclipse energy upcoming, but the fact that Jupiter is on your side, I wouldn't be too fearful of things like falling through the cracks or like bad things happening to you. Really utilize this energy. I wanted to just throw this out there for, Cancers and Geminis to be aware of Jupiter coming back around and being in your sign. So very exciting. If I had to pick a crystal to work with during the last 5 months of Jupiter and Gemini, that would be green aventurine. Really put a little bit of extra luck on your side with your endeavors for the next 5 months. Our next celestial moment is happening on February 12th, and that is the full moon in Leo. This is a really big full moon. As we have a big emphasis on release, all the full moons in 2025, I've really told myself, because it is such a year of cycles ending, really getting in sync with the full moons of 2025, it's really going to help you let go of this older version of yourself so you can step into this new person for forming that will be really awoken in 2026. This full moon is really a time to be fearless, to think about yourself within the collective and how you can be a leader. This is a full moon to really meditate on things that you are ready to let go of, things that are standing in your way of being this courageous person, whether it's in your home life or at work or what have you. Find that drive, find your passion, and really meditate on that. What does that person feel like? What does that person's day-to-day look like? Really step into that version of that person by letting go and recognizing the things that aren't serving you during this full moon. The energy of this full moon is definitely like time to get shit done, really. A crystal I recommend working with for the full moon in Leo would be shungite, just because it has that really powerful clearing energy. As you are meditating, I would place shungite on your body and think about all the things that you need to let go of, all the things that are standing in your way, and literally release them in that meditation. that's a practice I think that everyone should do. Next up, on February 18th, we welcome Pisces season. Pisces season, it's almost the end of the astrological new year. As you may know, Aries season is the beginning of the new year, the astrological new year. So when we are greeted with Pisces season, we are really at this last bit of this old energy, really purging anything like we were just talking about with that Leo full moon, like really releasing and letting go, and using Pisces season to be really creative with like your endeavors for this next year in 2025. Another thing about this Pisces season is that our nodes have shifted, the lunar nodes have shifted. So the North Node is currently in Pisces. So during Pisces season, really connect with that, connect with your destiny. Think about how you can co-create the life of your dreams. Pisces energy is very much like the magician in the tarot. It's this very much like a manifesting force, right? Alchemize things in your life. Really take these next 4 weeks to use your intuition and to like dream up this life that you really want this next year. It can be a time, I know in January, early January, it didn't really feel like the new year because we had that Mars retrograde. This month, we are getting closer and closer to Mars going direct. So about this time, which is a few days before Mars does go direct, you're going to have way more motivation to really like create a vision board or to really understand who you want to step into in 2025. So I think Pisces season is going to feel really good for all of us. I think we're going to feel like something just got ignited within us to really like call forth this person we want to be. A crystal I recommend working with during Pisces season, I feel like any like clear quartz would be good, but also I am feeling like blue kyanite would be nice too, maybe to activate some lucid dreaming or to kind of tap into your intuition. I could see blue kyanite being really beneficial during Pisces season. Next up, kind of like the biggest thing on our list here is on February 23rd, we have Mars finally going direct. This has been a very long Mars retrograde in my opinion. It's been a few months, and man, I am filming this like closer to the end of January right now, and I'm already starting to feel like that Mars energy lift a bit. So come February 23rd, when Mars is direct, I feel like we're all going to be feeling so much better. We're going to have more pizzazz. We're not going to be feeling so lethargic. We're going to actually like want to go out and do things, maybe move our bodies a little bit more. If you have been putting off plans of like doing something like an action oriented thing, being that February, we kind of have this pocket in time, especially right around February 23rd when Mars is direct. This is a great time to do things, to act on things, because come, the second week of March, we are going to be really hit with that retrograde and eclipse energy. So we have like a little spurt, like mid-February, I would say probably right when Pisces season starts. To really do things, to do short-term goals. Do a short-term goal in February. For example, I think February would be a great time to do your taxes because we have Mercury retrograde and eclipse energy in March, mid-March. We don't necessarily really want to do our taxes during that time because it can be a little bit chaotic. Contracts and looking at things, reviewing things is very, very important. So if you can, not really do too much of that. And taxes is very much like doing all that kind of stuff. So a little tidbit for anyone listening, February would be a great time to do your taxes. And our last celestial moment is happening on February 27th, and that is the new moon in Pisces. So this is a great time to really set new intentions for the new year. Now, like I just was talking about, February is going to feel more like the new year. We're going to be feeling more fresh energy, more action-oriented energy. We're going to feel motivated to get organized, to look within our homes and see, what's filling our spaces. Do we need this? Do we not need this? I could see us purging a lot of things, getting rid of things that we don't need in our home, setting new intentions of things we want to create in our life, maybe some initiatives. Maybe we want to start a business. Maybe we want to write a book. Maybe we want to put things out into the world. We want to be recognized for something. We want to be posting more on social media. I'm just giving examples here. Maybe we want to go back to school. Like, we're going to be buzzing with all these creative ideas. So this new moon in Pisces is really the time to jot all those new things down. It is a time to do short-term goals, but it doesn't mean you can't plan out your big-time goals, right? This new moon in Pisces, Pisces energy is the dreamer, it's the believer, it's the manifester. So really take advantage of this time on this date, February 27th, to really call in that life, to set those intentions, because come March, it's just going to feel a little bit different. The energy is not going to feel as wonderful as it's going to feel right now. A crystal I recommend working with on the new moon in Pisces would be sodalite, just because I feel like it does have that structure, that order, also mixed in with that intuitive guidance. You know, it works with the left and right brain when we work with sodalite. So on the new moon, grab some sodalite, really like dream up like a fun day in the life 5 years from now, and like write it out, maybe script this day, and set some new intentions with your sodalite. As far as life updates, it's actually been pretty crazy the beginning of 2025 for myself. You know, I live in Los Angeles, so the fires definitely was a crazy time for myself. I'm pretty close to Brentwood and the Pacific Palisades, so we didn't have to evacuate, but we were ready to go. It was a really crazy week in our lives, I'm not gonna lie. More recently, you know, the TikTok ban was pretty crazy. As of right now, TikTok is back. It was not available yesterday on Saturday night. It was offline. I couldn't log on. And then this morning, Sunday morning, which I'm filming this on January 19th, we were able to log on. So I'm not really sure what's going on with TikTok. It is a very weird time right now. We're about to have a new president in office in the United States. So there's a lot of change and a lot of endings. You know, when I think about the year 2025, you know, as I've talked about in my numerology videos, this year 9 is like a completed cycle. It's a lot of endings. And I do reflect on just the symbolism of fire and things burning to the ground, like literally starting over. That is a chapter ending in so many people's lives. And it is so sad, but I'm just like, wow, this is like lining up with this numeric, you know, code for this year. Like, this is just wild to me. Same thing with social media. You know, there's a lot of disruption. I know Uranus is going in Gemini this year, and this kind of feels, you know, that Gemini, that collective energy, that social aspect, and Uranus being this rebellion, you know, this changing planet that brings like crazy change. I feel like we're feeling waves of that Gemini and Uranus energy, or Uranus and Gemini energy, sorry. It's just been a really wild time, the start of this year. But on a positive note, I've had some really great work achievements in my career, so I'm really excited about that. Like, things are going good there. I've recently kind of revamped a little bit of my videos on YouTube. If you've been watching my videos recently, starting in the new year, I started to change up my editing. I hope you're enjoying that. I wanted to kind of bring a fresh creative energy to my videos, so I hope that you guys are enjoying them. But yeah, it's just been a really crazy start to 2025. I hope that you guys are having a good start to 2025. I know it's been a little bit bumpy so far, and to be honest, I don't think this is, you know, the end of the change. I think it's going to keep evolving, but just very, very interesting, I'd say, this whole year so far. Alrighty, guys. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope that you are excited for February. I really hope that you take advantage of this energy, this kind of like breath that we can take this month. We are going to be feeling it in March, and things will start to feel a lot better in May. But just take this time right now to do things that need to get done. You know, think of your short-term goals right now. If you liked today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you are new here, I would love it if you subscribed. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you in my next one.